The Batman, Matt Reeves is the Batman, while having a bit of a rough start for me because I really wanted the Ben Affleck Batman, and Ben Affleck is my favorite portrayal of Batman to date, and I really wanted to see his movie. But, you know, if you're going to have anybody else do it, Matt Reeves I always thought was a great choice. And of course, the movie came out and it was fantastic. It ended up being one of my favorite films of 2022. I love that movie. And one of the reasons, not the main one, but one of the reasons I liked that movie so much was because of Andy Serkis in it. His role was not as big in the movie as I would have liked it, but him playing Alfred was great. Because you had this Alfred that I totally believed he has been with Bruce since Bruce was a wee little boy. And yet at the same time, even at the age that Alfred is supposed to be at, I was completely convinced Alfred could wreck fools. Like totally believe that. And if you haven't seen Andy Serkis lately, he's kind of built like a brick house right now. Like he's like in incredible shape at the moment. So, but I had heard some whispers that he may not return for the second Batman, that the story was just going to go in a certain direction where Alfred wasn't going to be. I don't know if it was going to be Alfred was going to be there, or if they were going to say that Alfred passed away to give some kind of an emotional anchor for Bruce in it and whatever. Well, we don't have to worry about that because according to reports, Matt Reeves has confirmed that Andy Serkis is indeed going to be back and he is going to be playing Alfred once again. And this comes to us from GQ itself in an interview with Matt Reeves talking about the whole thing. And it says this: he is more reserved now about taking acting roles, whether that be in live action or performance capture. Reeves confirmed to me, this is the writer of the article, that Andy Serkis would return in the forthcoming sequel to The Batman. But beyond that, Andy Serkis has little planned, instead focusing on direction and producing his own projects. I don't have a burning desire to play anyone, he says. What I do want to do is go back to the stage. That's one thing I want to do for sure, and I'm terrified of it. So, find out a couple things about Andy Serkis here. Number one, that apparently he's not looking to do a lot of movie acting anymore. But more importantly for the immediate is that he will be back playing Alfred again in the Batman 2. And while I never really bought into the rumors I heard going around that the second Batman may not have Alfred in it, it still makes you a little bit nervous. Even though those rumors were never coming from any legitimate sources, you still get a little bit nervous when you hear that stuff. I actually really hope that Alfred gets a little bit of an expanded role in this. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not looking for the Batman 2, Batman and Alfred. Like, I'm not looking for that. But, you know, even in the old Adam West series, every once in a while, old man Alfred would pop on the bat suit and drive around in the Batmobile. I would just like to see Alfred get to show it off. You know what? I wasn't a big fan of what was the Fox series called? Gotham PD? No, what was it called? Gotham PD?
Or just Gotham.
Yeah, it was just called Gotham. I wasn't a huge fan of the show. Like when it was focused on Jim Gordon and the underworld of crime, the show worked. As soon as it tried to be, look everybody, this show's connected to Batman, it was just stupid and didn't work for me. But I loved the Alfred in that show. Like that, he will kick your ass. And I kind of like that. And I'd like to see Andy Serkis have a chance to do a little bit of that as well moving forward. Anyway, Rob, you hear the news, the rumors, thankfully, were off. Andy Serkis is going to be back in the Batman 2. What do you take?
I loved Andy Serkis in the role of Alfred in the Batman movie. I thought he was great. You know, he kind of was following up on what Jeremy Irons was doing in Zack Snyder's movies, where Alfred, you know, the traditional role of the butler or his man Friday kind of a thing is you can either go that way, the English Gentleman route, and then they did the Alfred Pennyworth TV series, which, you know, made him more of like this war hero, secret
which was
agent.
Not a bad show, by the way.
It's not bad. And I thought Andy Serkis was very believable as somebody who's worked with the Wayne family from the beginning. He's probably a war veteran. And like you said, he could wreck fools if he needed to. And I thought he was terrific. I thought he was great in the role. Maybe my favorite Alfred of all. So good.
Chris, you hear about this news. What do you think?
Oh, it makes me so happy. I love Andy Serkis. I think he's such a tremendous performer, and I think he's wildly, wildly underrated. So I love that he's coming back for this. And good for him for wanting to get back to the stage. Andrew Garfield talked about this recently of the longer you're away from live performance, like theatrical performances like that, the harder it gets. And so it can be really, really nerve-wracking. So good on him for getting back out there. And I love this portrayal of Alfred, too. Jeremy Irons' was a bit more like kind of sassy and bitchy, which I was really into. I thought that was great. Of just all the eye rolling he would do at Bruce. But I loved that we had a very tough love, awkward father figure in the Matt Reeves version.
Yep.
Because he's raised Bruce. And that version of Alfred, too, we didn't really get till the 1980s. He'd always been this kind of bumbling, he used to be a performer and ended up accidentally being a butler. And so having this guy who has this kind of special forces past, who has to be this father figure for a family he works for, and he becomes the legal guardian of somebody who pays him his salary, is very complicated. And I think Andy Serkis handles it in a really, really great way, where you see how you would be both disappointed and fatherly and frustrated with somebody like Bruce in that world.
All right, guys, question is for you. Maybe you heard the rumors whispering around earlier, too. Maybe you didn't, that maybe Andy Serkis wouldn't be back as Alfred, but apparently nothing to see here because he is. That's confirmed by Matt Reeves. I hope we get to see a little bit more of an expanded role out of him. Whatever you guys think about this, jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. If saving more and spending less is one of your top goals for 2023, why are you still paying insane amounts of money every month for your phone bill? Switching to Mint Mobile is the easiest way to save this year. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. You guys know I made the switch over to Mint Mobile a while ago. The process couldn't have been easier, and I can't believe that I am spending less than a third of what I was spending on one of the other major carriers before. By going online only and eliminating the traditional costs of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily in minutes with eSIM. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.